Kiddos, you are listening and watching a very special podcast, Phenomenon Serendipity. And yes, I called you kiddos. Deal with it! Sorry. That was rude. That was mean. I'm sorry. And that was pretty loud now, wasn't it? Sorry. Forgive me. Okay, here we go. We are going to start off with more on Tilda. Yeah! Check, please. No, not really. Okay, let's get started. Tilda and the others were resting from all that walking and all those introductions. MPDs, other worlds, and you guys can't come with, but I have to go? Oh, man. Kind of weird, isn't it? She said, lying on one of the cots there. As in one of the beds. Tell me something. Do you find this all kind of strange and really hard to believe? Well, yeah, said Gray. Finally, someone who agrees. Someone with more of a cold heart, maybe? Tilda said. Hey, I'm not really all that cold. You know, you should try warming up to these people. I'm just wondering if you find this all weird. It's not like it's all fun and games until somebody goes back there and chips out something. And by chip out, I mean like reveal things that we don't even know about. MPD, a memory device. You know, I find this kind of really kind of wondering if it actually does work with the whole memories thing. I think that sounds pretty scary, Noriko said. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to admit of being scared, but I have to say, I mean, who wants somebody's memories being played on there? A bad one, a horrible one, something more scary. I mean, sorry, I don't want to express any things about fears or anything, but I have to say, it is kind of scary, said Izumo. Why are you doing that? Tilda said. What do you mean? Why are you saying like, oh, it's not like I'm scared, but then you say you're scared? Come on, make up your mind. Are you judging me again? No, I'm just wondering. You're pretty stupid. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not my fault that you have a fearful look on your face, Tilda said. Sheila looked at her. Why are you so mean? I'm not mean, Tilda said. I just... Sorry. I'm just saying, don't you think it's kind of weird that she's blaming how she is not scared, but then she admits that it is scary? Sherry couldn't help but smile. You know, you kind of remind me of my fiance. You know, he's quite like that too, Sherry said. Huh? Fiance? Wait, you're engaged? Noriko said. Yeah? Tilda shot out of bed. What? Engaged? Fiance? You never mentioned that. Wait, who's the lucky man? Tilda said. Oh, he's he's a charmer to ladies, but it's not really his fault. He's just trying to warm up to them. But really, I don't know. One time I was in love with someone, and he and I seemed to tried our best to help, and I felt so weak, and he caught me, and he told me that I pushed myself so far. It was one of the nicest things that anyone has ever said. Wow, a fiance. That's kind of romantic, Tilda admitted. Ugh, mushy. But it is pretty sweet, Izumo said. See, you're doing it again. You're dissing how it's so mushy, but then you're admitting it's so sweet. Stop it, Izumo said. Hey, come on, you guys. Hey, Noriko, why don't you list out many things on how Izumo here is admitting that it's all just stupid, but at least she admits that it's good. Stop judging me, Izumo said. Oh, I'm pointing out on what you really are. You're pretending that you're being so dissy and dishonest, but you're being honest around. I have to agree, Katsura said. Since we first met you, all you're doing is trying to diss us, but then you're saying the nicest things. Last you, pal. No, nobody did, now did they? Rico, help me. Come on, admit it. Come on, Paku, help me, she begged. But Nariko Paku shook her head. Sorry, I have to agree with them. You're always dissing them since we got here. And now the first thing you do is try to offend them, and now you're trying to compliment them. Come on, you've always done that, haven't you? Izumo sighed. She buried her head underneath a pillow. Stupid, 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 she muttered. Suddenly they heard a knock on the door. Come in, Tilda called out. There was a pretty girl with blue hair, and she looked so happy. Oh, Gray, darling! Juvia? Gray cried. Juvia, Leon said with blushing. What? What's with you guys? Sorry, Jennifer said. I think I found this young lady, and she's been hovering over me about where is her Gray, darling, and I think I found you, Tilda. Tilda, this is Juvia Luxor from Fairy Tale. Wow. I'm sorry, I don't think we met. You are, Tilda Oxford. Nice to meet you, Juvia, Tilda said. Why don't you come on in? She said, leading her in, but instead Juvia hugged Gray. Oh, Gray! I'm so happy you're all right. I was worried about you, she said. Just great, Gray said. Who is she, your girlfriend? Gray looked up. Juvia looked delighted. Leon glared at Tilda, saying, No, absolutely not, he said. Oh, I see what this is. This is some sort of love triangle, isn't it? No, it's not, Gray shouted. Oh, but of course it is. You see, it's complicated. I can't even process so much of this, Juvia said. Oh, God. No, 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 please, please. You don't have to explain. I think I know what this is. Juvia likes you, Gray, and wait, you like her? Of course, Leon said. Oh, Gray, choose between me or Tilda said. Then she looks over at Gray with annoyance. Is she always like this? She asked. You have no idea, he said. Geez, look at that. Looks like somebody here has totally lost their sense. I think she's looking at this like some sort of stupid romantic novel. Those mushy and passionate types. Ugh, can't even stand them. If this is what I have to put up with, fine. However, all of a sudden there was an intruder. Only two of them. Tilda and the others sprang into action and confronted the intruder. But instead, these intruders were only young girls. One of them was younger. She was around about 10 years of age, yet she had innocent baby blue eyes. She looked so sweet and innocent, while the other one was a tall young lady who was about 15 years old, but she seemed timid and quiet. The little girls introduced themselves. The girls' names were Shadow and Effie Oxford. They had a picture of Lorraine Oxford and explained that their mother was Lorraine Oxford, and also pointed out that Tilda was their aunt. Tilda didn't know what to say. She couldn't speak. Gray and the others couldn't believe it either. Hold up, this girl is lying, he said. There's no way. No. She's telling the truth, Tilda said. She has my sister's photograph. She has a birth certificate. There's no question. These are my nieces. I'm a freaking aunt. And I can tell that these are my nieces. I mean, look. She's got my parents' hair, and even this one. And this little girl here has blue eyes. These are my dad's eyes, and she's got my mom's nose and mouth. And she has my sister's chin. They look exactly like we did when we were kids. Tilda said with tears in her eyes. She wiped them away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How are you? I'm doing okay, Effie said. So am I, Tilda said quietly. She didn't want to meet Tilda's gaze. She looked a little bit too shy. When Tilda tried to hug Shadow, Shadow backed away. What's the matter? I'm sorry. I'm just so sensitive to be in touch, Shadow said. If you want, you can just maybe hold my hand or rub my head. Tilda was confused. Okay, she said. But she felt a little hurt, but she understood. If you don't like being touched, it's okay, said Tilda. Then she hugged Effie, who embraced her warmly. I'm so happy to meet you, Aunt Tilda. Yeah, me too, Tilda said. You gotta love the love in the air. It's kind of sweet, Sheila said. Tilda glared at her. Oh, don't get mushy with the love, okay? Stop. Just stop, please. Suddenly, there was an alarm, and it turns out there was going to be a mission for Tilda. Okay, that is the end of this podcast. Stay tuned for more coming your way. I'm Catherine Donovan, and I'll see you next time.